Afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time it may be. YouTube, how you guys doing? It's been a minute. 2 minutes. It's been a while. My apologies. I've been crazy busy. Got a new little one to the family, and since she's here, it's been no racing, no nothing. Just really kind of just chilling at home and trying to be as supportive as we can be until we figure out the logistics of two kids, so either way, so during that time, anyone that follows me on Instagram may know that the car broke down, to a degree. Nothing engine wise. So far it seems to have been the battery. It just driving down the road, everything just shut off. The gauges started flickering, and then engine, the whole gauge cluster, everything went dead, and then the engine just killed and done. Had to get towed home. Not a big deal. It is what it is. Made me sad, but it is what it is, right? Now I've had my battery for like 5 years. It could be a bad ground. I do need to go through the grounds and check, but I did look at the fuses. I pulled them all out, and everything looked clear. Looked like I didn't have any blown fuses or anything like that. So my thoughts was this battery. Charged the battery up overnight, started up the next day, but it was kind of weak, and drove it back and forth to work. Got home and just kind of didn't feel right. Left it for a couple days. Also, the other thing is it's too damn hot, man. Anyone in Central Valley, California, knows right now 100 plus every single day. It's not fun. Anything beyond 9-10 o'clock in the morning, it's too hot for any sort of fun activities. So that's another attributing factor to no videos, no content, no nothing. Been stacking up parts and stuff like that. Got plans. Been doing my RC stuff. Some of you may or may not know that I build and race RC cars, or not so much race anymore, but I do the rock crawling and stuff like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Way different topic, and not relevant. Anyway, so been too busy to do anything, or been too hot to do anything. Busy with the family and stuff like that. So it is what it is, right? Anyway, so I left it a couple days, came back out to go drive it to work, and it was dead again, right? So I go, what the hell, man? It's only been a couple days. I've got the digital mirror disconnected, so there was no drain there. The only drain I could see it potentially having is from the gauges, and that's minimal, right? Anyway, so I tested the battery again. After I got towed, I tested the battery, and the battery was like 12.2, 12.1, somewhere around there. I figured the battery, right? So tested the battery again, and it was down to 12.4 in a couple days. I was like, dude, this battery's shot, man. My old battery, right? I decided, instead of going to AutoZone and just picking up, spending almost $200, I think, on a battery in the first place for a replacement, I figured I'd try to upgrade a little bit, get something a little bit better, maybe something that'll last longer. And I started thinking to myself, I'd like to do a little bit lighter weight of a battery, so that's what I did. I picked up myself an anti-gravity battery. All right. Way smaller. I think my battery, I weighed it out to be about 36 pounds, the original, and this weighs 3.8 pounds. Weight savings. So this led to another problem, where the battery strap, right? The strap's fine, but the rods that go up and in are far too long. So I'm going to cut them down real quick, and then we'll go from there. And then hopefully that'll keep it in a secure place. This is way too big, obviously, for this now. I want to relocate the battery to the back of the trunk. I'm just not confident doing it, and I don't want to screw it up. But I just want it to look clean, so I need to look into that, and I'll do that eventually. I'll get the battery in the back, and this will no longer be an eyesore, and we'll get a little bit more cooling, or you know, cooling from this being gone. All right. So yeah. So now on to cutting these down. So as we do, we're just gonna cut these. These are them. Right. I'm gonna try to do this quick. I'm not gonna lie, it's getting hot out here, and I'm just not feeling it. Hence the lack of videos, right? But let's get this cut up. Did I just wipe off my damn mark? Okay. Nice and short. Mark up the other one. Get the same length. In theory, in hopes. Fuck marking it up. We're going to just semi-send it. Don't need to be perfect because I'm probably just going to replace them. I'm not a fabricator. Do not judge me. Alright. Nothing special. And then we are going to bend them. How the fuck am I going to bend these? Tell you how we're going to bend them. Well, that's still very hot. Sweet Jesus. How far do we want this bent is the question. You gotta be careful because I don't want to overbend them, I guess. But let's do. This will need a first smaller bend. Alright, something like that maybe. Well, as you can see, it's dark. It's not too late, but this is typically how it goes for me. Start something and then pull it away and get back to it eventually. It's what it is. I got one done. So I'm gonna bend up the other one right now. I'm not sure you're gonna be able to see anything though, thinking about it. I'm gonna throw some light out there. Let's try that. Let's try that again. Don't need to be exact, but I would like it to be semi-close if possible, and that is fairly close. Roughly the same. Nothing big, nothing special. Continue this inside the garage. Alrighty. Okay, so there is a very good chance this is gonna be super random as hell. Mainly because my camera, I ran out of space on my memory card. Last time I was recording, from what I remember, I believe we were talking about the battery. It's been over a week since that happened, and I'll get to that in a second. But we had something else come up, and that's kind of why I'm making this video or adding this video to the last video. So this is kind of gonna be like just a fucking random dump, to be honest with you. Anyway, so the battery situation, I got it all squared away. Anti-gravity in there. It's pretty pretty sturdy in there. I still want to cut these down. That way they're not sticking up so far, and in my opinion, it'd be a bit more, maybe a bit more secure. I don't know. It is what it is, but it's been working fantastically. Startups are real quick, good to go. So the old battery is out. It was shot. I'm still, because I'm not driving the car every single day, I'm still throwing it on the trickle charge every like 2 to 3 days. Just, I don't know, to keep it topped up, I guess. I don't know. But we'll see how that goes. Had to pop down to the junkyard. So I, back in my boy racer days, I did this, and I dislike it so much. So when I was at the junkyard, I found one good one, so I was like, I'll pick that up real quick. Turns out these are different from the Series 1 to the Series 2. These covers for the ECU. So I will have to either order one or strip this one down and paint it. I can't decide what I want to do, to be honest with you. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about... Let me show you. I'll take a walk around this side. This video is about this. It is very hard to see. Maybe you guys can see it on camera. Looks like it's just a whole bunch of dirt, I guess, but it is actually shattered glass. Yay me. I am the winner, right? So, quick story. Basically, took it to work the other day, and on lunch I decided that I was going to grab some extra drinks from my local supermarket. Went over there real quick, went inside, came back out no less than 5 minutes, man, and hopped in the car, about to take off, and in the corner of my eye I see something weird. You know, I look over and glass is shattered, dude. Like on the inside, it's completely... Actually, you could probably see it better on the inside, to be honest with you. I'm wondering. No, let me see. Oh yeah, that's completely smashed, right? I don't know what happened. I don't know who I pissed off. If I pissed off anybody. I've actually been pretty civil in this car recently. Yeah, so I come out and I noticed that after I started driving, and I was like, what the fuck, you know? So ran down to the junkyard and found there actually happened to be an RX-8 in the junkyard near me, which was unusual, but I dig it. There was actually 3. Super weird. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Found a replacement piece of glass. Cost me $50, which wasn't too bad. I was looking at eBay when this first happened, and they are roughly like $55 to $100 for a used one. And I was sure as hell wasn't buying one from Mazda, because I'm sure it would have been through the roof. Anyway, so I picked that one up. I made sure to get a non-tinted one, because tint places, they charge to remove the old tint, so avoid it, right? Save some money. So I got a replacement. I didn't really take any pictures or do any video at the junkyard, to be honest with you. I was just on a mission to fucking get what I needed to get and get gone. Yeah, so I immediately that day ran down and got it tinted, which is awesome. The only thing that sucks is it's still got this stupid sticker on it, which I'd completely forgotten about until just now, so I'll have to remove that. But most importantly, right now, I just want to get the stupid thing mounted on the car, because I don't want to. I'm gonna do my cruise tomorrow, where I just kind of cruise up to the local mountains, and I just it's just a good time, man. It's just, I try to do it every year, at least once a year kind of deal. Hopefully twice. This year, I guess this will be my second time coming up, but yeah, so I want to do that, and I don't want to have to worry about maybe if I hit a bump or something like that, that the glass ends up just falling out or something. So we're going to get that installed. So this brings me to the other thing. I don't have much time. It is 11:30 at night, and I want to be up probably around 5:36 tomorrow. I want to get the car washed. I want to get it fueled up and this, that, and the other. So we got a haul ass to get this done as I'm sitting here talking to you. So trying to think of the best way to do this. I don't really want to start the car at this time of night. So I'm probably just going to push it out a little bit, set up a light, and then I'll pick you guys back up. And we're just going to send it. We're going to try to get it done. I don't know, maybe you guys can see it a little bit better now with some light on it. Pretty crappy, pretty unhappy about that, but we got a replacement. I don't know how I'm gonna do this as far as like being out to sea. I'll show you guys what's what and how to get it done. Also, I've not seen or found anything that shows you how to remove these things. I'm gonna try to show you guys. I can't make any promises because I'm not good at this stuff. I just realized that car needs to come out more though, so. Alright. Roughly, not much. So again, as per usual, I'm doing things in the middle of the night because that's just the time that I have to do stuff. So we have to lift this up to expose the two screws back there. And what kind of sucks about that is, oh, you know what? Oh yeah, see, there's little like pins that it's kind of like held into the bodywork with, right? And I do not want to break those pins, or worse, rip the seal from the pin, because then it'll be floppy, you know. I mean, I could just glue it back down or some shit, some ghetto shit like that, but trying to avoid all that sort of stuff. There it is. Oopsies. So these are Phillips heads. Now, I'm blocking all the light, which sucks. I wonder if I can get you guys maybe on this side. Maybe I can get you here. Alright, so here's the other thing about this whole record for YouTube business, right? I don't get much time as it is to do stuff that, like this stuff, right? So the added step of trying to record stuff for you guys, that kind of eats into the time a little bit. Makes it kind of difficult. So I guess that's another reason. You know what? I guess I'm just making excuses. I should just record and post, because there really isn't enough RX-8 content out there, right? There needs to be more RX-8 content out there. So I thought I'd have to take off this completely, and it looks like I might luck out. As long as I'm careful with it, I might not have to take off the weather stripping like we did at the junkyard, which would be sick. Okay, so once that's out, you're still not free. There is I'll have to show you when I pull it out, but there is like a pin. a plastic pin in there holding it in place. And you know what? I guess since this is the broken one, and I'm not going to be reusing it, I guess I can just be a little bit more aggressive with it and pull it out. As long as I don't damage the seal, I'm okay with that actually, to be honest with you, I'm not going to lie. if the tint hadn't been on there, 110% this shit would have been all over the ground. It would have smashed completely. But so I guess the tint was my saving grace as far as being able to just drive home. Or actually, I could just continue to work, to be honest with you. I just kept going. Alright. There she is. Okay. Alright. And in usual fashion, I fucked up. I must not have hit record, but either way, it's in, right? Cleaned it up. It's on. I need to take the sticker off still. And then we pulled out the bar for the restraint. Because at the end of the day it just flaps around. It's actually kind of nicked my my roll bar a couple times, and no one sits in the back. No one can sit in the back. I mean, you know what? My daughter could. My Genevieve could, but she doesn't. So since no one rides in the car, there's no need for it to be down there or in the way or anything like that. So I might as well just pull it out and not worry about it.